back with Dark Souls Remastered walkthrough. This is going to be part 1 of the series, and I will be taking you through the game, showing you where the items are, and most of the important ones. Might skip a couple items, not because I'm not trying to show them, because I might miss them, but I will try my very best to show you everything that will make you successful in this gameplay. So we'll start here with a new game, get it started quick and easy. So here's the character creator. You can name your character. So I'm just gonna name it Mr. Yeet. Change my sex, and here are all the different classes, and I'll just give you a short description. Warrior, strength and dex, knight, armor and health. Wanderer is gonna be dexterity. Thief is going to be dexterity as well, but they also have the master key. Not a very good starting class, I will say. Bandit, high strength. Hunter has a bow and arrow. That's their main aspect. Sorcerer is going to be using spells. Pyromancy uses pyromancies. Cleric will be using miracles to heal. And Deprived is just a base starting class for mostly people who've already played the game before. Now, I'd say what you should pick would be either Warrior, Wanderer wouldn't be bad either, Bandit's not bad, Miss Sorcerer possibly, but if you want something basic, I usually just go with the Bandit. High strength will get you through the game pretty good. Now, starting gift, Goddess's Blessing is going to fully restore HP. Not the best. Black fire bombs used to kill the boss, the first boss early, to get a special weapon. Twin humanities, you'll be getting a lot through the game, so that's not very useful. Binoculars, not very useful. You can get that later on. It's just a fun little tool to zoom in. Pendant is pretty much useless. Master key is going to be very important to accessing areas that would normally need another key found throughout the game, but you start with this key. Mostly used for people who know what they're doing through the game and where to go early, but I will be picking that. And the Tiny Beings ring is a ring that will grant extra HP, slightly increase HP. And Old Witch's ring is useless, so best thing I would say would be Tiny Beings ring, Master Key, or even Black Fire Bombs if you're struggling with that first boss. So, but we'll go with the Master Key here. And the physique, face, that doesn't matter. And we'll just go quickly customize character. And you can customize even more through this menu. You can go through a bunch of different options here, but we'll just leave everything to the basics, because mostly you'll be seeing the back of your character here. So we'll just get right into the game. Alright.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Asylum, daughters of chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Leto unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Alright, so we're starting off in this cell. Guy from above just dropped down a key so we can get out. And just so you know, I will be using Xbox controller, so all the prompts will be in Xbox terms. So it just teaches you on the bottom here, you can press A to read the tutorials, and you can practice attacking on this guy. Pretty basic enemies. You can do strong attacks, do a little bit more damage, but gonna be a lot slower. Honestly, I would try and avoid the strong attacks. The light attacks get you through the game pretty good. And it tells you how to run. You just hold B, go forward, or whatever direction. That will use the stamina. And target lock, so you can lock onto enemies. And as you can see too, on the top left, there's stamina for you using your weapon too, and heavy attacks use a little bit more. So come up, press A on this ladder so you can climb up it. Climb up. And this will tell you about the bonfire. So you first light the bonfire, and then you can rest at the bonfire. Now every time you get a new bonfire, you will want to rest at it, so it will set that as your checkpoint. And resting at the bonfire will restore enemies too. Some enemies don't respawn. But anyway, this is where the first boss is. We will not be fighting him right now. Quickly detour, go to this open gate, and it will shut. And continue on down to this next bonfire. You can rest at it if you like, but it's not necessary. This area is pretty small. So, there's a guy shooting arrows. So right here will be your class shield. You can equip that in the menu here. And put it on your bottom slot here. And you can block the arrows or dodge them, whichever you like. But he'll run away. And you can grab your weapon from your class again, so this will be different from whatever class you pick. And you can come up and chase him and take him down. Pretty easy. So, come right through here, through this fog wall. Now to the left, there's not going to be anything that you can grab as of now. And this will teach you about the rolling and backstepping. And backstepping is when you just press B without any direction, and rolling is with a direction. Rolling is going to be very important through this game. Down here, there will be a shortcut to that first bonfire. Right down here. Door will be closed though, so you can't access that. And up these stairs is going to be a boulder trap, so you'll want to make sure you stay on this side so you don't get hit by it. So you can hear it roll down, watch it go past, hit the wall, and then there will be Oscar, the guy who saved you.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family: thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
So when you leave this room, you will hear a noise, and that will be Oscar passing away. So he'll be dead, but he'll be back later in the game. So he gave us a key, and he gave us Estus flasks. On the bottom left, you can see the Estus flasks. That's going to be our healing item for the game. Up here, there's going to be an enemy, and he also gave us a key, and that unlocks that door right there. So if you go up around here, on your right is going to be your catalyst, pyromancy, hand, and longbow if your class had those items. But as you can see, there's nothing there for me. So there's going to be a couple enemies to lure out here. So just get them out over here so you don't get shot by arrows. So take those guys out. And there will be a bow and arrow guy here. Take him out. Now here it'll try and teach you about parrying and critical attacks, but I wouldn't worry about that too much. While parrying can be good, It's very hard to pull off unless you know how to do it. So that guy dropped a random item, Titanite Shard. So that won't be there for everyone. Now this is a tip for plunging attack. So through this fog wall will be the boss, and you can perform a plunging attack to do massive damage. So when you're falling, you just press the light attack button, the normal attack, and you will go into an animation of falling attack. And just make sure to do it quickly here, as he can attack you. So, oh, okay. So I messed it up, but it's all good. So he's gonna do his thing. I'm gonna heal. Probably we usually want to get a little bit farther away if you want to heal. But, okay, that's his butt slam move, so just back up there. And you can get some hits in. Oh, I missed. I'm gonna two-hand my weapon here with Y. Do a little bit more damage. So, I would recommend actually staying kind of behind him. He's kind of in a bad spot right now, so I can't really do that very well. But see, I'm rolling through the attacks here. He almost got me. He has some attacks to counteract it, though. Ooh, that was close. He almost got me, but I did the finishing blow. So he's gonna give us the big Pilgrim's Key and a humanity. So right through there is where we were for the first bonfire. So you'll want to go through this door here, straight ahead, and that will use the key. So now there's only one more item left before we end off this part. So just down through here, careful not to fall down. There will be a soul, and the souls you can consume in your inventory to get souls on the bottom right. Now I recommend don't use them until you need the souls, because you might just lose them if you just use them.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Alright, now we've arrived at Firelink Shrine. This is going to be the base camp of the game. It's going to be an area where it connects to multiple other areas you can go to. So, right now we have 3 different pathways we can go, but there's one correct way for beginners, but I'll be showing that in the next part of this walkthrough. So, that's all for this part. And I'll see you again when we explore around Firelink and collect all these goodies that await us. Alright, see you guys.